Everybody, Camelia here. Welcome back to a new Burda magazine flip through. Today we are going to take a look at Burda October 2025. Where the time went is just crazy. We are already in October. Well, Burda speaking October. So we are going to start with the magazine in a second. I just want to say, please consider subscribing to the channel, and in any case, don't forget to give a like to the video. It's very, very important. This is something that really supports me, and it costs you nothing. So with that being said, let's take a look at the new patterns. They have this month they are also bringing a book. I don't know if this is going to come in at the end of the magazine, but it's a book with for their anniversary, 75 fifth anniversary. And that book, if you are going to see it online, is actually it has next to the story about Burda and how the Burda magazine started. It has also all the vintage patterns that we got this year, and from one to the last one till December that we don't have yet. But in that book, there are all the vintage patterns that we got this year. So they are not really new patterns there. I still consider buying it just because there is a story about Anna Burda, and I really love that. I really love the story of how Burda started. So anyway, let's go on with the magazine. So we have the cover here, which has really nice brown colors, and I think when I see this, I really can't wait to get into the fall fashion, let's say. So here you can see a little bit of an overview on the right, what we get in this issue. And we are just going to go directly to the patterns. I think that's the best. Okay, so we start with the blazer 118. You can see it here. First I was thinking that is a blouse, but actually it's a little bit like a jacket. The fabric that they use is really cool. It's something like it's a polyester jacquard, they call it. You can see it has all this 3D effect on it. Very, very cool. The jacket itself, as you can see, it has a zipper in the front, and there are some, let's see, where's my pen here? There are some darts going on. I'm going to change my color. There are some darts going on here in the waist, in the front, and in the back also, so it's going to have nice shaping. There is also a center back seam, which is always great because you have great possibility to adjust, especially here at the small of your back. I'm going to take this away. And as you can see, we must appreciate here the shape of the sleeve, and that is of course achieved by having this seam here on the outer side of your sleeve. So you need to remember that in case you don't like a seam on the outer side of your arm. But to get this shape, you really need to have something like that. So this is the first pattern. They call it a blazer. Then we have the cover dress of the cover garment, and as we can see here, we don't have that pink cushion anymore to tell us that there is an extended sewing tutorial in the magazine about the pattern. In this case, we have a little pair of scissors, and they say that there is an extra tutorial in the magazine. So that is new. All right. Let's talk about the dress a little bit. So it's a raglan style dress, and because the fabric they used is a little bit busy, we are going to take a look at the technical drawing. We can see here again, in this case, there is a zipper at the back, and of course we can use this seam here, the center back, to make a sway back adjustment to make it a little bit nicely fit. Although this is a pretty boxy style, even then, if you have usually a sway back adjustment, I would highly recommend to make that adjustment here, because otherwise you'll have a bunch of fabric here hanging, and your dress is not going to hang straight. It's going to, let's see, it's going to want to go to the front at the hem. Of course, the special thing in this dress, because it's just a simple regular dress, there are the sleeves having all these little pleats here on the shoulders. It is really, really cool. And there is elastic at the bottom of the sleeve. And there is, of course, an walking pleat at the back. And if you are going to take a look a little bit, you see it's almost impossible to see all those pleats detail unless you are watching very closely here. Really pretty fabric, and I think they use this for another garment too in the magazine. Do we have bastards? We do have bastards, yes. They use the polyester crepe for this to work nice in a satin, also in a viscose. I will say that if it has just a little bit of body, it will be really nice to have a little bit of puff in those sleeves. All right, next, what we have next? Oh, you know, I did take a look at a magazine before I started this. Well, I saw it yesterday actually, and I was thinking, why they put a boring skirt like this? I mean, yeah, I know if you are a beginner, this is nice, but you know, we have Burda Easy, and I think we have a bunch of these skirts. This is skirt 101. It's made in rib jersey, so it's a pretty thick fabric, as you can see here at the bottom of the hem also. And you know, if you have a cover stitch machine, I will use for this one the white cover stitch, so the one that is a little bit wider. And if you are doing this with a double needle, definitely also use a needle, the widest needle that you can, because in a thick fabric like this, you don't really want to have something that it's making a really small. So with the wide, I mean that a wide needle, the same with the cover stitch machine. On a cover stitch machine, you have 3 needles, and then you have 3 rows of stitching. And if you use only 2, I'll highly recommend to take the middle one away, and then you have only 2 rows of stitching with a little bit bigger space between them. And the same with the double needle. You know, the double needle, let's make a double needle here that is like this. Choose the one that it has the greatest space that your machine can take between the 2 needles. Of course, another possibility to hem a skirt like this or a garment like this made in a really thick jersey, what I will use, and I have a tutorial here on YouTube. Use, if you have a serger, use a blind hem on your serger, which works really great in a case like this. It's still very stretchy and you cannot see it from the outside. And I will use that with any kind of thick jersey that has a little bit of structure, also like a rib jersey. It works perfectly. So a blind hem with the serger. Very, very nice. I'll put a link here in the video description. So you see, although it's a really simple garment, I did have a lot to say about it. Okay, then we have a really pretty coat here, and let's take a look here, and then we'll go to the technical drawing. There are some patch pockets here, and I'm really curious how they attach this, because I did see a lot of tutorials on the internet on how to attach patch pockets that you don't see the stitching line from the outside. So I wonder how they do it in the Burda magazine. What we can see here, we are going to see it in a technical drawing in a moment, but you can see we have a nice seam here, a seam over the shoulder. I wonder if it's a raglan style. I don't know, might be. We have the pocket, and we have here, you can see a big loop to go to close with this button. So very simple but very beautiful. This fabric is just amazing. And here you can see a little bit more of it. Actually, it's not the front sleeve is cut on. You can see it here. Let's see if we can bring this a little bit closer. The front sleeve is cut on. You have a really big dart here, and then you have the back, which does have a seam here on the sleeve. I think it's a combination between a cut-on sleeve with a regular sleeve in the back. My nose is giving me problems. We can see it here in the garment closed. I'm not a big fan how it's hanging closed. And also this, you know, I don't know when I made a coat for the last time, but I did see somewhere, I must remember where, that there is a little bit of an adjustment that you can do here, that your coat is going to hang straight and not like this. I'll have to look that up, but that was a very neat trick to adjust the pattern a little bit, that your coat is going always to hang straight. Something to keep in mind. Also the back, I really love this coat, it's really nice. And look at this before we go on. Also for this one you have an extended sewing tutorial, and of course I'm going to choose this for this month because I'm really curious how they do that pocket tutorial, although I have my Spanish version also coming, but it's taking always a long time to get it here in Spain, the subscription Burda. So that was coat 111, very, very nice. There is no color there, so I think that's a really easy coat to make. You can see it also here with this girl, and of course it's great that you have the tutorial for it. Pattern 126, well, this is a hood. Look at it. Here is a hood with a brim and then with a little bit of a shawl going on there. You can wear it like this around your neck, but I think that this part here is going to, let's see, this part here is going to be a little bit uncomfortable around at the back of your neck. Not too much to say about it. I mean, with a little bit piece of wool, you can definitely make something nice. Okay, this is another favorite of this month. You know, I will say from the beginning that this is a nice Burda issue. We have this really romantic blouse here made in a polyester, but I will definitely use something like a viscose, maybe a viscose twill, just a little bit of body to emphasize those little flounces here on the sleeve. Look at it. This is really beautiful. And we have also, it's kind of difficult to see here with this really busy fabric, but you have a seam somewhere here. I think it's somewhere here, and then you have one flounce, and then you have another one here, and then there is another one here. So it's a very, very flowy romantic blouse. I suppose there is a zipper somewhere in the center back, definitely. And I just noticed now, you can see in the technical drawing that is actually a V neckline, and also on her we can see that a little bit, but because of that necklace I was thinking that is a rounded neckline, but you can definitely adjust that very, very easy. So all those flounce things, I really like them. And there is elastic at the back, and I wonder if there is a zipper. I don't think it's a zipper at the back because of that neck opening being a little bit bigger. Zipper, an elastic at the waist, very nice. I love it. Dress 115, very nice. Then we go to another pattern that I like, and I suppose we've seen this in Burda before. Pattern 113, and this is a pair of pants. I love the pockets, although what I wish they did with this, they gave us a little bit better view of these pants, because if I'm watching at the technical drawing here, they do look like, I don't know, the shape is not straight. I see here a little bit of a bow, so I'm not sure how the cut is, because if I'm watching here on her, they do look a little bit straight. So I think it's a combination in between. But I love them. I love the colors. Again, really pretty red. And these ones, they are made in a wool blend. Very nice. There are two pleats in the front, there some darts at the back, and there is a crease. Really, really pretty. All right, next we have, oh, actually, you know, I was saying that they use this brown fabric for another garment. Well, I remember now, it was only the belt. They show you here with an extra, with a sewing tutorial how to make this little belt. And I think it's made in, yes, in a faux leather with, let's see, is the back here also, with a little bit of a buckle at the back. Yes, I don't know if it's that elastic or something, probably. Yes, at the back is elastic and in the front is faux leather. Very pretty. Another pretty pattern we have here is a bag, and you don't want to know how many bag patterns I have, but this one is also really cool. I think that somebody who is making bags is going to be really happy with this one. I really love all those top stitching lines here, as you can see, very pretty. And somebody who is used to make bags, I suppose they can give this a little bit of a extra vibe to it. Could be really, really nice. But I love it. It's really beautiful. I also like the size very much. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. Maybe it should be something to start to make a bag. And we do have a sewing tutorial for it, so that's really nice. Another little bit boring pattern, how dare to say, is this little skirt. It's a mini skirt, they call it. This one is made in, what is that? it's something like a twill, or I don't know what it is. Something with a little bit of a glitter on it. Very pretty. Actually, I really love the blouse. The blouse is also very nice, and I suppose we do have a bunch of them in our Burda collection. So there is nothing to say about the skirt. The skirt is just a simple skirt, but if you find the blouse in one of other Burdas, please let me know. I really love that treatment of the color. Maybe do we get a blouse? I don't know. What the finishing of the sleeve is also very cool. It's just a turned up hem with a little bit of a channel and some ties hanging there. Uh, blind, a hidden button closure in the front, really pretty. And that satin is just gorgeous. But we get another pattern here, and this is definitely something that we got, and I have that saved in everywhere in my Burda, and I think I have it also as a PDF pattern. We did have this pattern a few years ago, and there was it was made in a pontinite or something like that with a Mondrian like fabric, something with a white background with red and black and blue. So that neckline is definitely the same neckline as here. I think the only thing that they add here is there are these gathers on the side. This is something new, but that neckline is definitely very similar to the other one. I'll try to find that pattern. So really cool pleating detail here on the neckline. Well, you cannot see anything in the garment picture. Very pretty. I really like the gathers around the waist. This would be also something nice to make in a jersey knit, like let's see, in a jersey knit, in a viscose jersey. And because you can see it's pretty tight, so must be something really great stretch. Also in a mesh will also work very, very nice. All right, we see a leg here, but we need to wait for my file to load. You know, if you are new here, I'm using the digital version of the Burda magazine. Here we do have a shirt. Let's take a look. Also something that we've seen before. Of course, you can make this one with or without these little flowers around the neckline. This one is made in viscose, which is nice. There is a little opening slit at the back with two little buttons. The high neckline. This one is a simple blouse, but really pretty. Another dress that I like from this magazine, as you can see, I have a lot of favorites this month, is this really pretty romantic dress. I love the fabric. They used, what they used here, also viscose. Love the print, it's just gorgeous. Let's see, we put a technical drawing with the bodies a little bit next to each other. I'm not sure, but you can, if you want to see the pattern pieces to get a better idea, you can always go to their website and check the pattern, the PDF pattern that they sell in the magazine, on the website, and you can see there the pattern pieces. I did not do that at this one, so I'm not sure how the inside of this dress here, let's see, oops, I'm not sure how this is, if it's a strap or is a full bodice, I don't know. But what I noticed on this one, and this is something that you really need to make a trial and fix it, you can see her shoulder line is here, but I think just because the dress is shifted a little bit to this side, you can see that the sleeve is not sitting on the shoulder, although here, and that's something that I want to say, look at this part, let's take all this away. This is how I like to have, well, this is just a little bit too much on the shoulder, but a sleeve with so much puff there, I think there are gathers of pleats, I think there are gathers, needs to sit just a little bit onto the shoulder, definitely not like this is no good, but a little bit on the shoulder would be really beautiful, because then you have that those gathers there at the top of your sleeve showing really nicely. This is a beautiful dress, definitely. You need to have something that doesn't have a lot of body, because you do have this layer here extra that is making a you can tie on at the waist. You have also bastards there for a nice fit. There are some little gathers at the back at the waist, and the skirt has darts. Just really beautiful. I really like it. Yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, which dress is this one? It's dress 114. I love it. It's beautiful. Next, we have this coat here, and I think this is pretty similar with the one that we had last time. This is a little bit short. It has that shawl color, very beautiful. I like the fabric used here. It's a white wool fabric. You know, this is so great with Burda. We see what we see in the modeled garments here. These are garments made with the patterns that we are getting. If I was to compare with patrones that we get to see ready to wear garments, this is just amazing. I mean, you see in fabrics that we can buy, this is what I love about Burda. And even if I'm not sewing so much with Burda because I just don't have the time, inspiration is great, and I know that if I want to make something, I know what I'm going to get. Then we have a blouse, and this is the pink pattern, and that means that on the sheets, on the pattern sheets, you can see this much easier, and it's much easier to trace off. This is a pretty simple shirt. As you can see, they added a little belt here, and actually this is a very nice shirt. It's something that we see a lot. There is a notch collar here, as you can see, and what they did, they added these little pockets here, and this is something, of course, that will be a little bit challenging to sew for some people. This is a double welt pocket with a flap, which is really, really cool to make. I don't think I have a double welt here on my channel, but I do have a single welt, and you can adapt that if you are interested. I'm going to find some tutorials for my channel and put them here. We get of course, another challenge in this one will be the notch collar, which is really, really cool in a soft fabric like this. Just beautiful. I love it. I love, love, love this blouse. Yes, definitely. You have 3 buttons here on the shirt, on the placket, on the cuff. Do you see it here? We don't see it, which is a pity. Very beautiful. And the fabric is again viscose. I love it. Really cool. Another pattern that I like in this issue, this one is going to be the issue of the year, I think, for me, is this beautiful, beautiful blazer. They made it here in corduroy, I think. Yes, in a cotton corduroy, which is beautiful. The color of the fabric is just gorgeous. And we can see a little bit of all those darts in the garment, but we can take a better look here at the technical drawing. It's just a gorgeous blazer. I don't care if you've seen this one before from the Burda, but this is just gorgeous. It has it all. It has a notch collar. It has princess seams, as you can see here from the shoulder, from the armhole. You have an extra seam here for the perfect fit. Oh, I'll stop to do anything and just sew this. It's just gorgeous. We have here some extra princess seams in the back, a center back seam, which is great for fitting. This is just perfect. This is a beautiful, beautiful sewing pattern. Absolutely. This is beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Um, Another one we have, and of course it's in the size range 36-46. Another one, another jacket here. We have this little one. This one is more simple. Let's see, what did they use for fabric? Is this one here? I'm not a big fan, but you know, if you like a simple garment, this is more like a raincoat for me. It's beautiful. It's simple, beautiful. This one is made in what is it? In gabardine, made out of bio cotton. Beautiful, simple. There's not a lot to say about. It has some snaps in the front. Well, I'll totally lose that tie around the neckline, and those pockets are really cool and big. This is also so sweet and nice. We have the vest 120, and you know, I just noticed that. You know, I was looking to it and I was thinking, well, cool, interesting shawl collar. But take a better look, and you have on one side you have a shawl collar, and on the other side, and I'm going to point that out for new people. This is the shawl collar, and this is the notch collar, which is really cool. You know, you pick your pick, you just learn to make both of them in one garment. I really like these cotton sleeves and the overall shape of the vest. This is just beautiful, and with the turtleneck like that, it's a really nice garment. The only thing that I'm a little bit worried, you can see here in the technical drawing that because of these two necklines, it does look a little bit wonky, you know, like it's fighting a little bit with each other, but nevertheless is interesting. And also that is in sizes 36-46. Um, then we get what we get here. Then we get the coat from earlier, the brown one. Here they did something. They added a few seams extra. Also, this one is gorgeous. The fabric, you know, I have nothing to say, only good things. I love the color, as you can see here, what they changed with the brown one, and I'm not going to go back because I don't want to mess up my file. I'm not sure if in the brown one there was also a little dart here at the seam. It was not, because there in the brown one we had that cuff which was made to so this piece was a little bit narrower. Here you have the sleeve in one piece, and to bring the sleeve a little bit in, they make a little dart at the back, which is kind of cool detail, you know. What did they change here? You have here, in the other one you had only one button to close it. Here you have some sew-on snaps, you can see them. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. And another seam they added here at the back, and the same at the front. And here you have two extra seams because they did add some sneaky pockets here. So this is a really cool detail. And then you have the flaps. This is just beautiful. I love this coat. It's really nice. Yes, definitely. I wish it had something like a collar or like a collar or something, but you can wear something with like a shawl or with a turtleneck. It's a really cool coat. Definitely. I love it. I love it. Really do. You can see it here a little bit closer. Those darts are going a little bit too long for me, but this is just beautiful. Then we have the size of the coat was also the smaller size, going to size 48. But then we have this overall, this jumpsuit here, and this is one of the plus sizes this month. I think this one is it's nice. I'm not sure. I'm going to confess it has a really low neckline, which you could adjust, or you can also put a little snap somewhere there to keep it together, or just wear a camisole underneath. I really like the sleeves. What the sleeves, they have pleats at the top, and also this one is something, of course, that you need to keep in mind to adjust. If it's falling too much from the shoulder, like on this girl, you can definitely adjust the shoulder to bring that sleeve a little bit up. We can see it here. It's pretty wide style, and this one is made in a jersey. It works really cool in a pontinite. Absolutely. Then we have, I really hate this kind of coats with that blanket stitch. This is a fleece, I suppose. It's a wool boucle, but no, this one is a no for me. Absolutely not. Maybe made in a wool without that blanket stitch around it. Oh, I really hate that blanket stitch finishing. Oh, this girl is looking so good in blue. I love it. This one is actually, which pattern is this one? Let's see. Is this one here? Is pattern 123. It's actually just a simple v-neck line sweater. And if you are not in the size range, this is for 46.60. You can definitely use this trick also on any other kind of v-neck line sweater. You just add a really big shawl to it, and you get this wrapping effect. I really like this one. I think it's made in a light sweater knit. Let's see. Yes, it's really nice. It's just a simple thing to add, and you get this really cool effect here around the neckline. The sleeves are finished with a cuff, brings a little bit in, really cool. What do we see here? We see a really cool dress. I love this one also. And we are going to go here because you can see it a little bit better. In this one they used crepe satin, and I think they played with the same color of with the same fabric, only they turn it on the other side, because you can see it here in two different tones, or they're just two tones of, let's see what they say here. No, exactly. They used the crepe satin has on the crepe satin has on one part. You have the crepe, the back side I think is that, which is a little bit like a matte finish, and the satin part, which is a little bit shiny, of course. And they did play with this. This will be really interesting to see the pattern pieces of it. They played with those back and the good and the right, the front and the back side of the fabric, and this is the effect that you get. It's really cool actually. I really wonder how this is constructed, this little knot here. Very, very nice. It has a zipper in the back, definitely really nice for fitting. It has shoulder darts, the back shoulder darts, waist darts, darts in the skirt. That's really cool. This is a really cool design. This is our old Burda style design with nice, interesting lines and seams. Here we have a variation on the blouse from earlier, you know, the one with the double welt pockets. Also here you see the really beautiful color, but here there are no pockets, really simple. This one is made in a crepe. I love it. And here is the sweater from earlier. As you can see, it's just a simple sweater. There are no cuffs here, just a straight hem for the sleeves. Also very nice. I do think that they could have done a little bit more. Oh, we have another dress for the plus size. Here we have, I think this is a covered dress, but what they did here, they just put another sleeve without those pleats. And also this one is made in a viscose. I really like the other one better with the interesting sleeve detail. For the plus size, we have also dress 125, and it's really funny because in the clip model for this month, the cover dress is also a color block garment. I'm staying away from color blocking because I'm not really good at it. So this one is nice. I kind of like it. Only the thing is that having all those pleats on the neckline on the black part, you cannot really see it. I don't know. I think just make it in one color and emphasize those pleats in the front would be really nice. I really like the flow of this dress. There is a zipper in the back and waist darts on the bodice, on the back. And also because it's a pretty tight skirt and it's made in a woven, you have always notice these little things. You have an elbow dart here, which is really nice. All right, next dress we have dress 103, and this is actually the top from earlier with a little skirt underneath. This is also a cool design, although I do find that is really high neck here. So yeah, something to think about it. Also in this one here, they added some extra length on the sleeve, as you can see, and everything is getting also a little bit rushed, probably with some elastic. Really nice. I really like it for fall. It's going to be a great dress. What do we have? A little bit of inspiration here, and then we need to wait for my file to load. And this is the anniversary pattern. This is a little bit of a letdown. I mean, if we think what kind of patterns they offered in all these years, this is not very exciting. This one is made in a velvet, I think. We can see it a little bit better here. There actually, as you can see, is not very boring if you see this. There are some seams there going on and all those little trims, but it's cool, but it's not something that, I mean, again, there are so many patterns that they offered over the years. This is a little bit simple. We can, what is this? These are a little bit the covers over the time, and of course with this one being the first one. I'm not sure where it's still available, but a few years ago they made a Burda film in two parts. It's in German. If you can find it somewhere to watch, I highly recommend to see. It's really nicely made. And we can see there they also there how they are photographing their first cover. Really cool. What do we get here more? Well, we still have 20 pages to go, so it must be something. So this is the book that I was talking about. This is also something new. Again, there are also pattern sheets, patterns in it, but all the patterns, they're actually all the patterns from this year that they use for the anniversary pattern in the magazine. They are all bundled together, 12 patterns. So they are not new patterns. Oh, of course, though. We have the best of category that we did not have yet. So this time we get maternity clothes. We have, you know, I remember when I was pregnant, I did make a pair of maternity pants from Burda, which I wore a lot. You know, I was at the beginning of my sewing life, so I find that I'm still very, very surprised that I did manage to make them at that time. Here is a blazer, maternity blazer. As you can see, they use some darts here around the belly area to give the belly a little bit of space. There are some nice slanted welt pockets, a little bit of, there are two belts at the back to help to, you know, to adjust everything. I think it's a cool design. We have also a little shirt here. What do we have more? This really cool dress. I really like the neckline. I wonder how much belly is coming there, because this would be something nice that you can wear also if you're not pregnant. I wonder how the belly part is in the pattern. Here is a pair of jeans. I did not make, they were not jeans, the ones that I made. They're really old. But this one, was it this one? I cannot remember. They are not jeans, they are just pants. Oh, I think it was this one. I cannot remember anymore. They are really, really cool. It was before the time of pictures and all that stuff, so I have nothing of them anymore. You know, for this they use ribbing on the upper part of the pants, so that's, you know, to give the space that you need. You can also see here they show us how to just a normal pair of jeans to make them as maternity jeans. And I think that was everything. We can see here a little bit of a sneak peek from next month. We get some we are going to get some really nice patterns, I think. So let's go on. We don't want to spoil the surprise. And here are the patterns of this month. I think this was a great issue, definitely. So let's start from the beginning. Again, the pictures on the right, they are not the same as the patterns on the left, because, you know, the digital version is a little bit crazy. Favorites. I have a lot. Definitely the blazer. Absolutely. This little vest here. Oops. Wait, I'm going to go back. Let's see. You know, I'm trying to work my way out here with this. Go away. Okay, like this. So what do we have? I'm just going to make really small. So the blazer 119, gorgeous. Vest 120, gorgeous. The coat 112, dress 116, the blue one with a little twist, just beautiful. This blouse, which is the same as the one that we are going to see on the next page, beautiful. Dress 103, also very nice. From the plus size, I think the jumpsuit is really nice, and the dress is also nice, but maybe, you know, without the color blocking. I like what they did with that little shawl around a really simple sweater. And then if I was to go to the next page, let's see. Oh, also here really nice things. Dress, let's see. Dress 115, really cool, very nice. Again, coat 111. Even the first jacket, it was really nice. I have a little bit of doubts about the pants, but still they look really nice in that wool. Sweater 104 is also nice. The bag is also really cool. And we have the really beautiful dress 114, and this blouse is also really cool. Blouse 106. As you can see, this one is a really good issue in my opinion. There are a lot of great patterns, really cool fabrics, gorgeous colors. Yeah, I'm in love with this one. I really like it. So I hope you have some favorites too of this month. I think this one was a really great issue. Really curious to hear your opinions. Maybe I'm just excited because fall is coming and I always love fall patterns. But put your thoughts in the comments. I'll put some links to some tutorials from my channel here in the video description. Don't forget to like the video, and I'll meet you here next time. Bye everyone.